Sagittarius, today, your three cards are Temperance, the Knight of Wands, and the Sunday. They rise before me like a quiet prayer, glowing beneath the first dawn of winter. Temperance whispers that it's time to find balance again between soul and action. The Knight of Wands, the Traveler of Fire, tells me not to hesitate anymore. And the sun rises before you like a doorway opening from within, a doorway that leads you home, back to yourself. Temperance lays a gentle hand on your heart and asks, "Do you still remember why you began this journey?" It wasn't to run away from pain. It was to understand why pain had to exist. The Knight of Wands closes the chapter of exhaustion of battles that no longer need to be fought, of ties that have kept you away from your own freedom. Now the sword of light cuts through those invisible strings, severing what no longer feels real. And the sun brings its promise of renewal, of clarity, and a beginning so pure that everything you once feared becomes light itself, guiding your way forward. The danger, Sagittarius, is not the betrayal or the storm outside. It lives in the habit of returning to what once broke you. It hides in the belief that you can heal by walking back into the same pain. The warning is clear. Someone will be revealed. A truth you've long sensed in your bones will finally be named. When it happens, you will have two choices: to react or to rise, to retaliate or to transcend. The universe will not allow neutrality this time, for truth always demands the brave. Temperance is here not to test you, but to restore the balance of your soul after all the times you've been the one who gave too much. It tells you this forgiveness does not mean weakness. It is the highest form of freedom. Forgive, not to excuse others, but to free your own energy from invisible prisons, because you were never born to remain a victim of the story. You were born to become the storyteller, to speak your light into the world. If your heart is beating faster right now, if something deep within feels like it's awakening, pause, take a breath, and write these words down. I am ready to live as an arrow of light, because the very moment you acknowledge it, the energy of light begins to move through you. You may sense someone standing beside you, not to lead you, but to witness you as you walk your own path. Sit down, Sagittarius. Sit beside this sacred fire with me. Listen to the crackling wood as it tells stories older than memory. Let the light touch your face and see how what once terrified you no longer holds power. I've seen many souls wandering in search of truth, only to forget that truth has always been right here in the rhythm of their own breath. No one can show you the way, because the arrow you seek must be released from your own heart. When I touched these cards, a surge of heat ran through my hands, not an illusion, but a presence. I saw an image, not of an angel or a man, but a massive torch burning in the desert night. Its flame shone blue not to destroy, but to illuminate. That fire called your name, clear and echoing, shaking the air around me. When such light appears, it doesn't come to frighten, it comes to give back what was stolen from you meaning. It says, "Enough. It's time for you to return to the greatness you were made from. Not the greatness of perfection, but the greatness of honesty. Not the greatness of control, but the greatness of faith. You've been summoned by the light itself to witness an act of divine rebalancing. Temperance, with her silver wings, breathes new air into you. The Knight of Wands rests his hand on your shoulder and smiles. It's time to ride again. And the sun rises not just above you, but within you. Your name, Sagittarius, has been spoken in the realm of illumination. And when a name is called there, what was hidden begins to shine. What lived in shadow is brought into view. The scales of justice realign in silence. You who have stepped back to let others go first, who have kept quiet when you were misunderstood, who have shown compassion so long it almost looked like weakness. You are seen, you are witnessed, and no one can ever take away the value of the light you carry. There is no more fear of judgment now, only truth and light. I can feel the nights when you smiled through your tears, the times you looked up at the sky, not to ask for rescue, but to understand. I can feel the sigh of your soul, tired of having to be strong. But listen closely. No one is stronger than the one who dares to face their own fear. And today, Temperance declares that your lesson is complete. The Knight of Wands lifts his torch high, cutting the final cord that held you to the past. And the sun, the radiant sun of clarity, opens the gate ahead of you, inviting you to walk forward with steady feet and an unburdened heart. So, if you can feel this light, let it move through you. Write in the comments below, "I am ready to live as an arrow of light." Let that phrase become your seal, a symbol that links you to every other soul walking this same path, because you are not alone. And the universe always hears the voice of courage. Sagittarius, your light never fades. It only waits for you to look up again. And when you do, everything changes. Now, close your eyes. Feel your heartbeat aligning with the breath of the sun, and prepare for what comes next the moment your arrow touches the edge of a miracle. I can sense that someone has tried to dim your flame, to restrain your stride, or stain your name with quiet whispers in the dark. But child of fire, don't carry that burden any longer. No word, no rumor can reduce the worth of a soul forged in light. Justice will come not through human courts, but through the silent precision of the universe itself. It acts quietly, mercifully, but it never misses its mark. You won't see dramatic punishments, only truth, unveiled layer by layer, like a thin veil slowly pulled away so everyone must face their own reflection. The justice of heaven doesn't scream. It doesn't need to prove itself. It simply reveals. And when that happens, everything stands still in the light of truth. I see an energy field around you, like a ring of golden fire quietly burning around your soul. This flame hasn't come to destroy, but to protect, so that no poisoned arrow can pierce the circle of your light. Inside that ring burns a mission, a calling deeper than any voice that has ever echoed in your heart. What belongs to you is being returned, but not to be kept like a memory, to be used to illuminate. The universe never gives its gifts to those who keep them, only for themselves. It gives them to those willing to lead. From the same sensitivity the world once called weakness, you will learn to teach others how to endure without hardening their hearts. From the same wounds that once broke you, you will learn how to awaken kindness in those who seemed too cold to care. That is your power, Sagittarius, to see far, yet stay pure in the present moment. Listen to me carefully now, for this is not a random message. It is a summoning. Heaven is calling your name. The hour of inner resurrection has arrived. Take a deep breath with me. Let the air enter through your nose and release it softly, as if exhaling a lifetime of tension. I know you've endured in silence for too long. I know you've left pieces of yourself behind, just so others could find peace. But today, the universe does not ask you to hold it all together anymore. It only asks you to come home to the truest, bravest, freest version of yourself. This challenge did not come to punish you, but to reposition you, to remind you that your soul is awakening. You no longer need to live in survival mode. Now is the time for meaningful existence. The love you give must have clear boundaries and a purpose that also honors you. Sagittarius, remember, freedom doesn't mean the absence of limits. It means knowing your boundaries so you can fly far without losing direction. Feel this truth settle into your heart, a truth so deep it doesn't need to shout to be real. True freedom is the ability to stand in the storm and keep your heart at peace. As my hands glide across the cards, the vibration shifts, and it's as though an ancient silence has just been broken. The second card appears, 10 of Swords. But don't be afraid. When life reveals a wound, it's not to hurt you, but to heal it from its roots. The 10 of Swords does not predict an ending, it announces completion. The end of silent betrayals. The end of nights spent wondering why your kindness was taken for weakness. The end of sacrificing your truth to protect someone else's comfort. I see it clearly now, you, lying in the battlefield of emotions while your inner flame still burns beneath the ashes. And today, as I speak these words, that flame rises again. With this card, the worst has already been named. What once broke you has turned into living knowledge, a compass that ensures you will never wander the same dead end again. Every wound is a doorway, every tear, a lesson. And every time you rise, the world receives another proof that light cannot be extinguished. For a soul as sensitive as yours, this is sacred. It allows you to see deeper, to know what deserves entry into the home of your heart, and what, for the sake of all, must remain outside. I see a vision before me, a vast field bathed in radiant light, and in its center stands a golden flame holding the bow of truth. That is the symbol of the awakened Sagittarius. And I can still hear the words echoing in your mind, sharp sentences that once wounded you, acts left unexplained, broken promises that made you doubt your own intuition. But I tell you this, as one who has walked through countless lifetimes, envy can never touch a soul protected by light. When your light shines too strongly, darkness has only two options: to learn from it or to leave. No one can extinguish a flame lit by the divine. Those who are protected are never destroyed, they are purified. What brought you down? Yesterday will be the very thing that guides you today. What once tripped you will now teach you how to walk with grace. This is not mere comfort, it's a map, the blueprint for your next spiritual chapter. In this vision, I see the flame touch your shoulder with gentle radiance, and in a voice both powerful and tender, it says, "Bearer of the arrow of truth, you have passed the test. Do not hide your scars. They are the proof of courage the universe needed to see." So, Sagittarius, stand tall, tighten your bowstring, and look toward the sunrise. The fire within you no longer hides. Let that light guide those still searching for a way out. If your heart feels this truth, write it down. I am ready to shoot the arrow of light. That sentence is your confirmation, your seal, the doorway to a brand new chapter. Do not blame yourself for trusting. Faith was never your mistake, it was the evidence that your heart was still alive, still brave enough to stay open to the world. Right now, the energy moving through your body is cleansing every residue of the past, the memories that made your soul shrink, the guilt you carried for others, and the fears that have completed their purpose. This is the purification of sacred fire. And one morning soon, you will wake up and realize suddenly you can breathe deeper. Your chest feels lighter, and the noise in your mind has finally gone quiet. That is grace in motion. No drama, no thunder, just the quiet return of light. From this moment on, Sagittarius, whatever was once unfairly denied, whatever seemed blocked or delayed, will begin to move toward you again, like a river finding its course after years behind a dam. That current will water the dry soil of your soul, bringing life back to places you thought had withered away. But remember this one truth: justice is coming not to avenge, not to prove you right and others wrong, but to restore the sacred order of the unseen. Those who dismissed your light will have to face it. Those who manipulated your kindness will see their own reflection within it. You do not need to fight this battle, for the universe has its own way of teaching every soul the lesson it came here to learn. The scales of heaven never lean to one side forever. The fire of justice will shine upon every truth. Fire does not punish, it only illuminates. The worthy will be lifted, the mistaken will awaken. And that, my dear Sagittarius, is the greatest compassion of the universe. It does not destroy, it releases. So, Sagittarius, I ask only one thing of you, something I know you are strong enough to do. When revelation comes, and it will come in the days ahead, do not react with anger. Do not answer with the impulse of ego. This time, you are not called to judge. You are called to protect the dignity of the one who has been restored. Because true light never needs to defeat anyone, it only needs to stand firm. Soon, you will see what was hidden begin to unfold. It might appear as a casual conversation, a sudden confession, a document once concealed, or just a glance that admits what was once denied. But when it happens, you will feel your mind grow lighter, your heart open wider, and the long, sleepless nights will begin to fade. Peace will return because the silent battle has ended. And now, let me tell you what matters most. Listen not with your ears, but with the heart that is learning to breathe again. Letting go of the past is not enough. You must accept your rebirth. Life doesn't come merely to lift the burden. It comes to give you a mission of light, of wisdom, of fire. That is the weapon you were born to wield. In the coming days, you will receive an opportunity, one that leads you back to the place where your soul truly belongs. A space where sensitivity is no longer seen as weakness, but as a force of healing. Where your wisdom serves others without leaving you empty. And in that moment, I want you to do something simple yet sacred. Place your right hand over your heart, lift your chin slightly, and with slow, steady breath, repeat after me. Surrounded by the fire of truth, I cut every tie of pain. I call my name in light. I am reborn in love, in purpose, in freedom. If tears fall, let them fall. You are not breaking, you are opening. This month, you will begin to notice coincidences, a word that keeps repeating, a number appearing everywhere, a song that plays the moment you think of someone. Don't dismiss these signs. They are how heaven whispers that you are on the right path. The universe always speaks in the subtlest frequencies, and your Sagittarius heart is sensitive enough to hear them. Each sign is a fragment of light, like crumbs of starlight leading you home. When your patience begins to wear thin, remember this. Everything is happening for you, not against you. Care for yourself with the same gentleness you once gave to others. Make choices from the peace that now fills you. Maybe this voice reminds you of quiet afternoons beside a fire, of rain tapping softly against the roof, of moments when you listened without needing to understand. Those memories never left you. They're simply reminding you that home has always lived inside your heart. When you set boundaries, don't fear being misunderstood. When you choose silence, it's not avoidance, it's the protection of your newborn peace. When you receive help, it isn't weakness, it's the sacred balance of giving and receiving. These small things are the foundation of the rebirth we speak of. And I see, at the end of your road, someone will approach you saying they want to clear things up. You'll feel the temptation to explain everything, to tell your side of the story. But you won't need to. Truth needs no defense. Speak little, speak clearly, speak fairly, and stay calm. Because you are no longer the one who needs to be understood, you are the one who already understands. And when you walk away from that conversation for the last time, you will turn your back on the past with gratitude. Because finally, you'll know that real light never needs protection. It only needs trust. If your heart is beating faster as you hear these words, write this down. I am ready to be reborn in the light of truth. Because that phrase is not just an affirmation, it is a ritual, an invitation from the universe, a milestone marking your soul's return home. And if genuine remorse awakens in someone's heart, you will recognize it not through pretty words, but through quiet actions that endure. Your heart has always known how to tell what is real and what is false. Trust that gift, it is the sacred compass of a free soul. And finally, I want you to listen to your body. It is not just a vessel, it is your most honest companion. You may feel suddenly tired, as if you've run a long race without moving an inch. Don't be alarmed. That's what it feels like to take off the heavy armor of the past. Drink your water slowly. Take a short walk under gentle sunlight. Listen to a piece of music that softens your heart. And don't forget to sleep deeply. This is not weakness. This is the cleansing ritual of someone returning home to themselves. When the soul releases its burden, the body must learn how to live. With this new lightness, that's why you feel tired, because your body hasn't yet learned to believe it's truly free. If you are near the sea, go there. Stand still as the waves wrap around your feet. That sound, the rhythm of the tide, is nature's oldest prayer. It knows exactly how to bring Sagittarius back to the sacred home within, a place no one can touch. Now, come closer. There's something I want to tell you. While shuffling the deck, a third card leapt out on its own glowing gold, like sunlight caught inside a grain of sand. I haven't revealed it yet, but its very presence is enough to know that good omens have begun. The light from that card changed the whole room, as if dawn had just crept over the edge of the table, casting its first beam across what remained of the old night. I could feel its warmth even before my fingers touched it. This is not the time to chase the sunrise, but to let the sunrise find you at the perfect moment it's ready. Before the light fully breaks, the universe wants to be sure the night is truly over, and that your new voice, the voice forged in darkness, is ready to guide others. The sequence is divine. Release first, rise after. Because only when fire has been tested by shadow can it burn brighter when reignited by faith. If these words touch something deep within you, leave a trace of yourself in the comments, as ancient archers once carved their names in the earth after every journey. Write, "I walk in peace, carrying the torch of truth." It is a vow, gentle yet unbreakable, like the heartbeat that steadies when you finally realize you've been forgiven. Stay with me a little longer. I can feel the air shifting. In my work, that is always the sign that a truth is about to be revealed. I haven't turned the card, yet I only lift it toward the light to let it shine through the image. And in that glow, I see what your soul has known for a long time, that none of your efforts were in vain. The vision becomes clear. The Sunday knot, coincidence, confirmation. The verdict has been given. The Ten of Swords has closed. And now, your sun has returned. Its light carries a promise. The torch within your heart will never go out. Let that echo through you. Because this is more than joy, it is a covenant between your soul and the universe. In this moment of the reading, I see the flame of truth, the sacred symbol of Sagittarius, begin to rise from your chest. It is the light of purpose, the call of destiny. This is not a message to hear and forget, it's a bell ringing for action. Breathe slowly. Let the light fill every cell. Because what's coming is not just a sign, it's the turning of fate itself. When your heartbeat begins to align with the wind, when your soul trembles without knowing why, know this: The fire has recognized its keeper. Those chosen to carry truth are rarely quick to forgive themselves. But today, the universe wants you to know you are forgiven, and you are chosen again to light the way. So if your heart is trembling right now, write this down to seal the energy that's opening. I am ready to welcome the sunrise and shoot the arrow of truth. It is not merely a sentence, it is an oath, a sacred declaration of a free soul, a doorway to your next chapter. Dear Sagittarius, the old day has closed. The new light waits at the horizon. The torch in your hand no longer lights. Only your own path it guides the lost toward their dawn as well. I speak to you softly now, as if placing my hand over yours, meeting eyes that are weary from waiting. What's coming isn't random, nor is it blind fate. It is the answer to years of silence, to sleepless nights under the moon when you felt more deeply than anyone dared to feel. And as for your questions why you always feel too much, too deep, too real, why what glides over others leaves marks in your heart that never fade. Today, as one who has watched many seasons of stars fall, I tell you this. Within that sensitivity of yours, a torch is burning. It is not a burden. It is the lighthouse of a free soul. Heaven does not simply bless you. It opens a gate leading you to the true purpose of this light. You were not born merely to live. You were born to guide. That torch you carry in the language of tarot appears as the Hierophant, the priest of sacred wisdom, the bridge between heaven and earth, between knowledge and intuition, between light and action. When this card reveals itself, I know that you and I stand together at the most sacred point of your journey, the place where ancient knowledge awakens, passed from soul to soul like a story told beside a gentle fire in a night without borders or time. This presence is a reminder. Your wisdom was never learned from books, but through silence, tears, and endurance. Sagittarius, you have been prepared for years, through trials that once felt unfair. Every fall has only made your flame burn brighter. And today, that light is strong enough to guide others. Your tears were never wasted. They were the initiation of your soul's maturity. Every loss was a doorway. Every collapse, a quiet coronation. Because when a soul learns to weep, it also learns how to understand humanity. When you hear heaven calling, do not be afraid. Not every thunderclap is a warning, some are invitations. Balance is being restored, and only a heart that can hold both pain and compassion can fulfill this mission. You've known for a long time that you are different. Your heartbeat never followed the rhythm of the world, but that, dear one, is the frequency of light. You ask why you feel so deeply, why vague sadness can drain you completely yet somehow make you feel alive. Because you are not ordinary. You are the one tethered to the unseen. What you once called weakness was actually the antenna of your soul reaching into dimensions that the material world has not yet learned to name. And now, it is awake, which is why the universe has chosen you to lead through truth. The Hierophant, the card of divine illumination, places a hand upon your shoulder and whispers, "Do not fear your depth, for it is through that depth you will see the sacred hidden inside the ordinary." Your home can become a sanctuary. Your kitchen can become an altar of grace. And every small action, brewing tea, writing a note, cleaning a room, or caring for someone, can become a ritual of light. Dear Sagittarius, do not mistake this strange power within you. It is not the power of conquest, but the quiet authority of a soul whose thoughts, feelings, and actions are in harmony. When you speak with faith, the world responds. When you communicate from the heart, things around you begin to shift faster than you ever imagined. That is not magic. That is the law of light, restored within you. This flame is the spark of divine purpose, the sacred fire that every celestial archer was born to carry. Your voice will be medicine, your presence, a home for the weary, your truth, a lantern for the lost. But this light must be kept in humility. Do not let pride slip into your kindness. Do not rush to prove. Your light, let it reveal itself through presence alone. The Hierophant whispers, "There will be moments when you must stay silent to the world, so that you can hear heaven speak. Not because you must hide, but because some eyes are not yet ready for the brilliance of your light." It is time to rebuild trust first, in yourself, in your intuition, in the compass within, and only then extend it outward to others. You were not chosen merely to live justly, but to embody divine justice, the kind that liberates without resentment, that forgives without weakness. The one who forgives is the first to walk free from the prison of the past. You know this well, for you have been hurt, and still, you chose to love. In this circle of energy, I sense the presence of another soul near you. Perhaps a loved one who has passed, a friend from long ago, or a connection once broken. They are seeking reconciliation not through words, but through healing in silence. When you forgive, you do not lower yourself, you lift yourself. In the weeks ahead, you will notice strange synchronicities, symbols repeating, dreams that call your name, a number that appears everywhere, or a song that plays the moment you remember someone. Do not dismiss these things. They are your lineage of light reaching out, the spirits of your ancestors, your guardians, your protectors. They are guiding you to open a new door of wisdom. Everything you are learning now will soon become the missing piece of your destiny. Heaven is placing you exactly where you belong. And soon, very soon, you will be seen, heard, and honored by those who once failed to understand you. But remember, this true greatness is never measured by applause. It is measured by your ability to keep your heart pure as you rise like fire, burning high, but never burning others. There is a sentence echoing in your soul right now. My light does not come from pride, it comes from service. Hold on to that. It is your key. You were called not to rule, but to inspire. Not to wear the crown, but to carry the torch. O Sagittarius, bearer of the arrow of truth, rise now with a peaceful heart. For the journey ahead is no longer about seeking, but about returning to your sacred mission of light. Let me share with you a vision so vivid it feels etched upon the glass of destiny. Before you stands a golden door, shining like the afternoon sun over calm water. At its center, two symbols cross a flaming arrow and a feather of the phoenix. The image needs no words. It speaks the language of the soul. It tells you that from this day forward, your voice will be both shield and sword. Every word you write, every truth you speak, every story you share will carry the power to cleanse, to pierce illusion, and to reignite hope in those who have lost faith. This door does not open through force, but through surrender to the light. And then, a voice, soft as the breath of midnight wind, it whispers in your ear. It is Michael, or perhaps the guiding flame within you. He says, "Only those who bow before the light are worthy to hold its power." From now on, each day of your life will carry a new purpose, a silent, undeniable mission, to shine without burning. Do not worry if some people or circumstances begin to fall away. Every falling leaf is a cleansing. Do not punish yourself when loneliness visits, for those who are chosen often walk alone before being seen in daylight. And now, as the Hierophant and the sun merge, I see your spiritual coronation, a recognition not born of ego, but of the awakening soul of Sagittarius. Prepare yourself within, for the final revelation draws near. A moment will come when heaven offers you proof that it has walked beside you all along. And when that happens, you will know without a trace of doubt that your name has been spoken in the language of light. Look closely. The cards lie still, as if they understand the sanctity of this hour. Your entire journey, the struggles, the sleepless nights, the collapses and rebirths, all have led here to this moment when heaven reaffirms its covenant with your soul. Around you, I sense a radiant field of energy, gold of the sun and blue of the ocean swirling together in a slow, luminous spiral. Michael no longer stands afar. He stands beside you, looks into your eyes, and nods. And in that instant, the world, the final card rises. This is the summit, the completion of the circle, the return of the original light. The world is the union of fire and air, the final dance between effort and surrender. It says, your mission has been activated. There is no going back, no space left for doubt. You are no longer searching, for you have become what you were seeking. The universe acknowledges you as a soul who has completed a great cycle of learning, now ascending into a higher realm of awareness, of freedom, compassion, and clarity. The world is not only the reward of spirit, it is a tangible confirmation. You will begin to see real change, opportunities appearing effortlessly, doors opening quietly, people arriving right on time. No explanation needed, no pleading required. This is not coincidence, it is confirmation. The angels are rearranging the pieces as if redrawing the map so you may walk the true path. You will feel it in your heart, a silent certainty that needs no proof. Each step you take now echoes with the sense of being guided by a loving hand. And I hear Michael's voice with his blue sword gleaming, saying, "Nothing can touch you without my permission." In these words, he seals a sacred covenant, a vow of protection for the rest of your path in light. You have triumphed, Sagittarius. not through control, but through faith held steady when all else fell apart. You have proven that light does not need noise to exist. It only needs to be true to itself, to shine. The world also speaks of expansion as vast as the ocean, as boundless as the sky your arrow now aims toward. Your voice, your work, your presence will cross every border of place, of language, of belief. What you create in love will reach farther than you imagine. You will become a source of guidance, of comfort, of inspiration. And there will be those who once saw you fall and now whisper in awe, "How does that light still burn?" Do not try to explain it in earthly words. Just say the truth, simply, "One day, heaven called my name, and from that moment, everything began to fall into place." Sagittarius, the world has turned full circle. Your journey closes in light so a new cycle of service and expansion can begin. From this moment on, no one will need to awaken you, because you are the dawn itself. Your destiny now is not to seek the light, but to be the light that leads the world home. You were not chosen to prove your strength, but to heal through love and compassion through the embrace of a soul who knows the meaning of freedom and home. From now on, you will be remembered not for what you have endured, but for the resilient radiance that rose from it. Michael did not choose you to live forever in memory, but to write the future in the flame of truth. And what once wounded you will now become the weapon of wisdom and service. Every tear you have shed has become a seed of compassion, planted in the hearts of those you have touched. And above your head, I see a crown of light woven from 3 intertwined flames: blue, gold, and white. 3 colors that symbolize truth, abundance, and pure spirit. This is not a human crown, but a mark of the divine, a sacred seal that you have crossed the threshold of a soul's true maturity. In the days ahead, you will witness small synchronicities like soft kisses from heaven, a single feather landing before your step, a sunbeam touching your shoulder when you least expect it, a dream where someone calls your name with tenderness. Do not dismiss them as coincidence. They are confirmations of the covenant, and if fear tries to return, if the ego whispers its doubts, remember that you now recognize the voice of light. That voice never confuses you. It soothes, comforts, and gently calls you back to center. Whenever unease begins to stir, imagine Michael's blue sword cutting through the fog of worry, and the fire within your chest will rise again. That is the sign that you have returned to your axis of light. Stand still, breathe deeply, and remember, you are never alone. What begins today will continue for 40 days, a sacred cycle of quiet miracles. Each day, a small sign. Each moment, a gentle affirmation. Each breath, a step into destiny. Do not be surprised if melodies follow you, if familiar souls reappear, or if coincidences align so precisely that you laugh in wonder. Those are the footsteps of Michael, the invisible strides beside you, whispering, "I am still here. Your torch still burns." Sagittarius, traveler of lifetimes, the one who knows that home is not a place, but a state of soul. Heaven itself is your eternal home within. Even when the world sways and storms arise, that light still lifts you, still steadies you between the waves. And now, as your energy returns to perfect balance, I hear a voice, soft, close, like a hand resting gently on your shoulder, saying, "You have been tested, and you have been elevated. You have wept, and now comfort has come. You have waited through the dark night, and now your dawn has arrived." The promises of heaven, the ones you once doubted, are beginning to unfold before your eyes. Your name, Sagittarius, will ring like a bell of truth, and your light will become a lighthouse for those still lost at sea. Raise your head, dear Sagittarius. This is the quiet majesty of your soul. The universe is singing your name. Heaven is recording your triumph. And a door opens now beyond all logic and reason. In this sacred instant, I invite you to activate your covenant of light with your own voice, your own breath. Speak slowly, so that every word becomes a vow of destiny. Archangel Michael, I accept the rebirth of my true self. I receive your sword to protect, your fire to purify, and your voice to guide my path. From this day forward, you walk in peace, in truth, and in the divine prosperity of your soul. Keep these words as a letter from heaven beside your bed. When you grow weary, read them again. When you doubt, whisper them as a mantra of light. And when a new dawn breaks, know that the sea is calling your name back to your mission. Thank you, Sagittarius, for opening your heart to the light, for allowing heaven to find its home within you. If this message touched your soul, leave a sign, a symbol, a word, a prayer to seal the energy now awakening within you. And as I depart, I carry with me Michael's flame, and leave behind the torch within your heart, the eternal fire of a soul born to guide the world with truth and freedom.